Chat, sorry about that. We're back. Ah, we are back. Fuck me. Give me 1 second, y'all.
Haven't made some in a while.
There he is. The prodigal son returns.
Yes.
Hello.
Hey
Oh
everyone,
God,
we're back. I just have
everywhere.
to fix cameras. Bell MTS fucking sucks, and
Well, yeah.
oligarchies.
Well, at least you're putting the blame on where it deserves to be.
Oligarchies are bad, and
Correct.
I'm not sure it's technically an oligarchy, Will, but I
think you mean a
understand where you're coming from.
monopoly?
monopolies are bad, and
I don't think it's a bad game.
Monopoly is
It's
a
a
bad
capitalistic game.
yeah.
It just takes 5 fucking
So
hours.
chat, if you can y'all just refresh your stream. Now I have to find someone with editing software to put these VODs together. Fuck me.
I don't know if the VOD for
Yeah, it was
I guess
split.
it did.
Yeah.
Well, thank y'all for sticking with us. I appreciate that.
Sorry about that, y'all. I apologize for
love and adore
wasting.
you.
I apologize for
I do
wasting
love and adore
15
you.
minutes of everyone's time. That's my bad.
Was that 15 minutes?
Yeah.
We
We
were
were
just
having
sitting
a-
and
we were-
gabbing,
yeah,
playing
we
with
were having a
slime.
great
It went.
having a
It
good
went
old time.
down at the same time last night. At like literally the
weird.
exact
I know,
same
right?
time.
It did.
So
The
I'm like-
only upside was I was also streaming, so everybody just like hopped over and said, "What's going on?" And I was like, "Here's what's going on."
So I called Bell MTS. They're on the phone with my family. I was very nice to the person who answered the phone.
Good, because it's not their fault.
It's not their fault, but I hope they can fix it. And if they can't, well, shame on me.
When last we were checking, so
I was trying to kick some ass.
Sorry,
with
Michaela.
knowledge.
Do it
with knowledge.
Avi, you got like maybe a double critical success. I don't know, but I can't give you extra credit for that. So I will tell you 2 things you want to know. Anything you want to know.
Can you tell me 2 relevant things?
I mean, technically, Matt,
Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
It is now technically GM discretion how much information you give.
I will tell you their immunities and lowest save.
Yay!
Their full immunities are acid, critical hits, mental, poison, precision, unconscious, and visual. All of these sort of make sense for a blob that has no brain, technically, and no eyes.
Okay.
And no vital organs. And their weakest save is, in fact, will, which is not terribly useful if a lot of your will-based spells are based
also
on
mental.
Yeah.
Are there any weaknesses?
No.
Yeah, 1 week.
And I'll give a freebie because you'll be able to figure this out on the way. As a slime, they can potentially engulf people. Start, not numbing.
Oh, yes.
Golfing.
They probably can't engulf Gamma because he's too big. But we'll
Let
put
it be
any
known
of
that I
close.
am airborne. I think Avi at this point is just making full use of it.
You just crawl on the floor.
Well, that's what I
all
did
time.
for 17 levels.
Which is probably
Okay.
very adorable.
Absolutely adorable. Okay. If that's the case, then I'm going to do a little telekinetic bombardment.
Morp.
Bombardment.
Beep, beep.
Yeah. And I'm just going to do like a little 10-foot burst. Like here-ish. So that it gets them and none of my friends.
All right. 10-foot burst. Sure. All right. So that's going to be a reflex.
Yeah.
Oh. That's not your fault, Will.
No, we lost though.
All right. I'm going to do it. Success.
It's one of those days.
They're not critical, so they'll take half damage. So
I didn't even roll that well. I rolled really bad for damage. That's so sad.
But you did get both of them, so it kind of evens out in a way.
Well, they each take 15 damage, I
Yep.
guess.
And
And
that's
it's bludgeoning. Does it look like it all goes through?
yes. They have no resistances either. I'll just tell you,
Yay! All right.
just straight up immunities. Second crawling slurry, which is just going to, it's going to try and strike Gamma once.
Sure.
Well, what did you discover from your research on grabbing?
Gamma's too big to be grabbed.
Okay, so it's going to be 3 slaps then. 35.
So disrespectful.
Just one of those
Misses.
nights.
Just one of those nights.
Yeah.
Natural
I
20
thought I
will
was
hit
plugging
me.
something in more than,
Nat 20.
and then
Wait.
it just
You
everything
didn't roll the
exploded. I
damage
thought.
somehow.
Yeah, hold on. I may have pressed the
Oh,
wrong
it's
button.
me. I'm Avi. Hello.
Oh,
Oh.
Cute
I
and
mean,
small.
I'm
And
feeling
I
so-
am smart.
Ophelia.
I'm cute and small and smart.
I'm just going to
I'm
roll
so
the damage
pretty,
for
and I
that
have
one.
so many secrets.
All right, so
I'm
And big hair.
this was for the one I didn't roll the
Listen.
damage for.
You gave her big hair. You
Of-
did this to
of
yourself.
course.
Will,
Give
did the
me-
35 hit?
35 misses. You're looking for
Okay,
36.
so just the crit and 37 hit?
37 just hits.
Okay, so one normal hit that does 33 bludgeoning and 8 acid for a total of 41. And then the one I rerolled the damage at the bottom, so that's going to be 29 plus 11, so that'll be 40 damage, I guess.
Cool. I will
times 2 is
subtract.
80.
I will subtract 28. Let me actually double check if it's my level or half my level. I will subtract a number amount of damage from both of those equal to my resistance to bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
No
Ophelia,
Gamma's
you're up.
resistance, but yeah.
Okie dokie. 5. Okay, that's correct. Okay, I just wanted to check. I'm gonna put Bard Song up. I would like to do a performance to see if this is a +1, +2, or +3.
I think that is only a +2, so it's a success but not a critical.
Okie dokie.
Which you got with a nat 2.
Which is kind of crazy. And then we are going to pop a burst on these two and not on Gamma. So please, fortitude.
I'm just checking something. You guys are level 18, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that is actually the DC for this level. So you, without critically failing, you cannot not get a success for your performance check at this point.
Yay.
Oh,
So,
So
just
we're just
don't roll a nat 1 and you'll be fine.
hooray!
oh, bollocks. Give me a second. I accidentally X'd out of my Roll20 screen.
We're level 18, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you not?
No, I am. I'm being silly.
Okay. That's fine. It's
there you
fine.
are.
It's all fine.
No, I like to level up my characters after because
that's-
otherwise I will totally not remember to do it. Especially when
Alright.
there was one week where I had to level up 4 characters.
All right,
and
we
we-
are. Sorry, I had to X out of the screen. What was the last thing you did?
Please have these two make fortitude saves, please.
Ah, sound burst. Right. Okay. We're just having
Fort-
all the technical problems tonight. All right. Fort saves.
okay.
First one, red dot. That is a failure. And blue dot. That is a failure. Oh, no, that's a success, I think. Yeah.
A success.
So blue is going to take the full damage and is deafened 1.
25 to blue.
Yep. And then 12 to red. All right.
Easy.
All right. I think that's Ophelia's whole turn.
That's my turn.
Endures in darkness. My little mushroom boy. What are you going to do this turn? I think he is going to just go for a good old electric arc. He's going to move up and do that. make sure he can get both of them in range. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's just gonna do a good old electric arc. Try not to spend expensive spells on these guys. Where did electric arc go?
Wow, Endurance thinks that we're gonna be fighting again after this? I had no idea.
Ozo.
Can I
It's
make?
put a little
Reflex
chuckle in
save.
my like.
Critical failure. Critical. Wow, that is swinging wildly. That's +2 because it's Bard Song, so that becomes a 21. So that'll be 42 blue, and then nothing on red. Okay. Then we move on to Crawling Slurry Red, who is lacking a target they can grab. They're going to try and potentially grab Charlotte. Pseudopod attack, 34.
Rude.
Does a 34 hit you?
I guess not.
No, it does not.
Not yet.
No.
Okay, then gonna try for a second one. These guys are not very adaptable. 38. That one probably.
That will hit. Yeah.
All right.
I don't look at
So-
it again. I was like, what?
24
Yes.
bludgeoning and 11 acid damage as it gives you a taste of your own medicine.
Yucky.
Hey, guess what? Wait. No, I have resistance to poison. Damn it!
Oh.
You're like, oh god, is this what I've been doing to people? Ow, ow.
And yet somehow, very much in keeping with Mao.
Yeah, and then it will spend an action to grab you. You are now grabbed.
Well,
But that's the end of its
That's
turn because it had to
unfortunate.
use an action to grab you. Charlotte, is your turn. The only
Which one's
thing
grabbing
grab means
Charlotte?
is you. Pardon?
Which one's grabbing Charlotte? Red?
Hold on
Red.
a sec. Which one just went? Red.
It's red.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
And Charlotte, the only effect that grabbed is you cannot move from the space you're in. You can
Oh,
move.
great.
You can do all your normal stuff. You just can't move. It's holding onto your leg with the pseudopod, which
Okay.
you can see is
got
sort
it.
of thing happens sometimes on Fridays. so you have
42 to
call it.
attack.
That's definitely going to hit. I think that will even crit.
Yeah. Okay.
Crawling slurry. Yep, AC 30.
I
All that
am
damage goes through too.
correct.
in mind
And
that
also
immune to
on
critical
top of
hits.
that, I'm gonna roll a 1d6.
Yep.
Number 3, they are blinded.
Nice.
Okay. What's
You make a will save, please. Sorry. You have to take a will save first.
It's their worst save.
It is their worst save.
Yay!
Fails, but not critically. Interesting.
What's your spell DC?
34.
Ah.
It's the will save against the 34 for the
All
Scholar's
right.
Gamble.
Second attack
Second attack.
or second action. You don't have to attack.
No, that makes a lot of sense. Is I'm going to do. I don't know how to second action a spell.
If the
Hmm.
spell
well,
has
te-
a is it
technically
an
it-
attack roll spell or is it a saving throw spell?
Just what's the
I
spell?
do believe chill touch, so it's a save.
Okay, so then you don't have to second it to action that.
Fortitude save, please. Since it's holding on to me, might as well
Yeah, why not?
boop it.
Fort save, which is not
The
great.
snoot. Boop the snoot.
Ah,
8 to beat,
nuts.
so they succeed but not critically.
Damn.
So they will
Alright.
they'll take 4 negative damage.
Damn,
Oh,
Daniel.
and we'll hack and slash again for a second attack.
Another
That's a
crit.
40.
That 18, so that'll be
slash, slash, slash.
Unfortunately, they
50.
are immune to crits.
that's a good point.
I'm sorry.
No,
No,
gotta keep us
I'm glad
honest.
I hit. Just
Yes.
hitting is nice.
Red is now officially missing, I think, a third of their health. So
Yay.
That ends my turn.
yes, back to Igara.
It's me! Free action. Sustain my summon. Give my summon 2 actions. Summon. Floop, 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 floop. Boop.
What
And
is
then it's going to
happening?
make an attack on red. With its wave ability. So I need, does a 28 hit? Off guard.
28 will hit off guard, yes.
Alright. It's going to,
Well, plus, actually, technically, well, that's a 30
Oh.
off guard because of Bard Song.
30 off guard. Oh, I can't do that this turn because I moved and only get 2 actions. So ignore me, but it's a 23
hold on.
bludgeoning damage.
Oh, Will?
Yeah.
Something happens.
Okay.
Because you moved into the space on the hazard.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So the Venom Pool does what's called a Poison Puff, where it casts a 9th level Cloud Kill.
Oh.
What's the area?
Cloud Kill has a area of, let me see, 10 feet away.
Okay. The elemental's
Obscuriness-
immune to
hold on.
poison. So,
Yeah, but it's going to get bigger. Hold on a sec. This is... Missed. 20-foot burst. Okay. So, and it's a 20-foot burst from this square, right in the corner here.
it doesn't
1,
hit
2,
anyone.
Give me a second here. I'm actually just going to move the hazard onto the token layer.
Mm-hmm.
So now it has to roll initiative. Now it's going to start doing things. All right, give me a second here. Boop. Foot radius, save circle. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to roll initiative for the hazard. Sorry, I have to do this real quick. At 2. So it's going to go last. So right before we get back to Charlotte.
Oof.
Oh, hold on. I was clicking on the elemental tsunami.
That'll
Yes.
do.
You know what? We're just going to leave it like that. It'll be funny and confusing. Anyway, yeah, continue with your turn, Will.
Alright, so first free action to do that. Cloud Kill doesn't matter for the elemental because it's immune
No.
to poison. Second action will go to Gamma. Well, first action will go to Gamma. Gamma is going to Striking Belly Bump Red. A 48 against 49, 50 against his off guard.
I should also ask, Will, is the thing immune to acid damage?
It's a water elemental. Let's find out. Bleed, paralysis, poison, sleep. No.
Okay. The hazard has deadly footing. It's difficult terrain, and you take 10 acid damage for every square of its area that you move into.
Okay, so I'll take 60 acid damage. Not the end of the world. Cool. Yeah, so that'll stay there.
Technically only 40, Will.
Oh, 40, yes.
It doesn't, like, I'm not counting, like, just because you're a bigger thing, but, you know, whatever. Yes, sorry.
So 25 sonic damage to red for the first strike.
I mean, yeah. All right.
If it's a construct, it becomes 31. I don't think these are constructs.
No. I don't think
Alright.
so.
Then with Igaro's remaining 2 actions, they are going to haste the party.
Ooh. Everyone gets an extra strike or stride action their turn.
Interesting.
Fighting.
Oh,
So if you want to cast a 3-action spell and then move, you can do that.
that is labeled wrong. That should be a 7. But yes.
All right. I think that's Igor's turn. We move
Yep.
on to Avi Avi.
Alrighty. I think I'm going to send little diviner sight over to. I'll give it to Igora because that way you can go to Igora or Gama. So Igora, at any point in the next round, you can replace one of your rolls with a natural 20.
Wow.
All right.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
I feel like a buzzkill to point this out that you got that in a fight where crits don't really matter.
That's
I mean,
fine.
not
You didn't
on.
need to make a save.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, Matthew. It is fair.
Whoa!
Okay. Okay.
And then for my last 2 turns, I know I have a haste action, but I don't need it, unfortunately. I'm just gonna do a little electrical arc.
Well, you can move away from like the group, but yeah.
I can hit both of them.
Yep. All right, so we'll start with the one closest to you, Red.
I should have 10d4 at this point, right?
Failure, success. So Red will take the full 32,
I think it should be.
34,
Yeah.
and the other one will take 17, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, you know it's bad when I rolled better for electric arc, a cantrip, than I did for telekinetic bombardment, which is a 7th level spell.
Yep.
Moving on, we go to Blue Pseudopod, which is just going to spend the entire term. Because it doesn't want to step on the other one's toes. It's just going to.
They don't have toes or oozes.
So here's a weird thing.
Uh-oh.
Gamma's attacks have been sonic damage,
Yes.
and all the other bludgeoning damages that have been done to these have been done at range.
Oh, this is a new one.
Which is hilarious because these guys do have a splatter reaction, but the way it's worded, it only triggers on the triggering creature, and it only has a range of 10 feet.
Yeah.
So any bludgeoning damage from like more than 10 feet away won't do anything on Gamma, who's right there, has been doing sonic damage, which doesn't trigger it. So you guys have been unintentionally been very effective. So I'm just gonna slap Gamma potentially 3 times. 51.
Hits, does not crit.
I keep doing that. Sorry, 48.
Oh, sorry, the 51 crits, the 48 crits, and the 22.
All right, so I'll just total this all up
Yeah,
for you
just
right
total
now.
it all up for me, Matt.
20 plus 8 plus 22 plus 8 equals. Oof. All told, that's 116 damage.
I'm still standing.
And third attack. 31 will not hit.
31 will not hit.
Ophelia, and then Endures in Darkness, who's probably just going to drop a heal on Gamma.
We're gonna keep Bart Song up. Then we are going to. You know what? Why not? We're just gonna drop another sound burst on him. Fortitude saves, please.
Oof. On the barbs. No. Pardon me, not the barbs. This is the crawling slurry. Fort save.
What barbs,
Failure.
Matthew?
Failure. No, the building's called the barb.
Oh,
I've got a bunch of
So,
little minimized tabs, and I have to keep searching for the right one to open.
yes.
44 damage to both of them.
That's including your own bard song?
Uh-huh.
Good.
And then I am going to actually bespell weapon with my hasted action.
Oh.
No, it's
I am going to shoot at one of them with striking oath bow.
Which one?
But I'm not 100% sure what kind of damage this would be because I don't. Evocation. A type the spell dealt. Okay, so Sonic
Yep.
to red.
That will-
36.
That will definitely hit.
Okay.
becomes 11 with your bard song, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Congrats, that one is now out of the triple digits.
Damn it.
These things started with a decent amount of health, honestly. They're just kind of
Oh.
they're punching bags. We're gonna go into Endures, who I believe is probably gonna do some staff assisted healing right now.
Yay.
So he's got his highest level spell slot is at this point 9. So he's going to do a 5th level heal on Igra, 2 action, which is, I guess, 5d8 plus 40. 65 back to Gamma and Igra. And then the hasted thing doesn't work out, unfortunately, because one of these would have to be a movement or a thing.
Even stride.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a reason to stride any closer, and he sees a big fog cloud coming.
Yeah, it's like so stride out
Can't
of the
he
way
just
of the fog.
yeet his
He's gonna,
sickle?
he's gonna step a little farther back. And then we are gonna go to the crawling slurry red, which has poor Charlotte grabbed.
It does. Does
It is
indeed.
going to try and do 1 action constrict. So it's
Ow.
going to be DC 37. No, that's the escape thing, I think.
Well, it's the basic fort save.
Yeah, basic fort save, please.
So DC 37 fort save for half damage. No damage on a critical
Alright,
success.
fort save. 43.
43. That's success, but not critically. So you will take half of 33, which is 16. And then it's going to whack you twice with pseudopods. 32 probably won't hit.
Nope.
And
Nope.
33? Okay. It should have
Doesn't
just
it?
kept constricting. All right. Now I have to quickly double check how the thing behaves. All right, yeah, it is now going to essentially move the Cloud Kill center 20 feet.
Oh,
Oh, that's the wrong
Oh.
thing. I'm trying to, hold on, well, I just have to move your thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I actually centered it on your guy. That's what's the problem. That's funny.
I was gonna see how long until it took you to notice that you did that.
All right. So people on their turns, I think, are going to have to take
Yep.
stuff.
How far out does it go? 20?
Yeah.
It's the aura is on the screen, so you'll be able to see.
We can't see it on the.
I can make
We
it
can see it if
visible.
we go over to.
I got it.
the
I'll make it
stream.
visible to the map.
It's basically everyone up to the very back edge of Gamma. So everyone except Charlotte and Gamma are out of it.
Yeah, y'all should be able to see it now.
Delightful.
And
Is that poison?
yes.
You're telling me in a fight where these guys are poison and acid resistant, Charlotte gets hit with not just acid, but also poison?
Yes.
It's a bad
more
time
than
out
a little. It's more than a little disrespectful.
Insulting.
All right. I'm going to need
I
a
wasn't
basic.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but you know.
You know
I'm
what? I'll
gonna
say
need
it
a-
for you.
I'm going to need a fort save from
Charlotte.
Charlotte at the start of your turn for the Cloud Kill.
Delightful.
Yay!
38.
That is unfortunately is a failure.
Big
So-
frickin' flippin' fight it, fight it.
It's all right. I'm just going to roll the damage.
19 poison.
Only 19 poison damage.
Which you have resistance
It's
to.
great because I'm resistant.
Yeah.
Oh, then you take how much are you resistant by?
Half. Wait, hold on. I
No,
gotta
it
look at the
works
actual
slightly different in Pathfinder. There's
damage
always
taken from poison is minus by half your level. So
Oh.
minus
Nice.
9?
a 9, actually. So
That's not only 10 then. That's almost half of the poison damage.
Yeah, resistances at high levels like this get
Yeah.
Yep.
Delightful.
It is now your turn,
I'm angry.
and you are hasted too. Still.
Yes, I made you haste.
Ah,
so
You're
you're
fast
angry
angry.
and caffeinated.
correct. Very much so. Hydraulic push.
With none of the downsides that hasting gives you normally in other game systems.
Why are you not working?
Mhm. Pathfinder players just enjoy Pathfinder.
There it is. Oh
without
my gosh,
bringing
that
5e
was-
into a challenge.
Sorry,
level
that
if
was.
possible.
You
That's
you
all right.
did that
I'm taking that
earlier
first
already
one.
today.
Did I?
I will
Yes.
allow that. They both hit though,
I don't remember.
but the
No,
damage,
because
yeah.
I
Yes, you
pushed
did.
it and it didn't go.
I didn't say
That's
I didn't.
fine.
I just said I don't remember.
We'll take the
Okay.
first one. Let's see. You call for the power blast pressure by the bludgeons the target, knocks it back, maybe from spell attack. It is on a single target? Yeah. Which one specifically are you doing? The red one that's grabbed you?
Yes.
Okay,
Get off of me.
that's fine. Is there any save involved, or is just it does it? Oh, it's an attack. So yeah, if it hits, it does it.
An attack. If it hits, it does it.
All right, so that's going to be 15 bludgeoning to red. Though I should note that is going to trigger the thing. Its reaction splatter. So that's going to be a reflex save.
Dealing acid
Can you hear
damage
me
equal
sighing
to the
under my
damage
breath?
dealt.
39. Successful.
Jesus.
Let's see. So you let's see. You did 15 damage. 15 divided by 2 is 7. So you take 7 acid damage. But it does get pushed 10 feet away, and you are no longer grabbed. Boop, boop. It's looking pretty worse for wear too. It's bubbling and hissing.
It's still within Gama's
is-
reach, which is nice.
Gama's got a long tongue.
Mm-hmm.
That you have potentially 2 actions left.
Great. Critical
Oh.
hit with a firebomb.
Charlotte is done. Charlotte is done.
And in this case, it's a circle.
I've taken enough of your shit.
All right, so yeah. Sadly, they can't be critted, but that, I mean, it hits. That it guarantees.
I
that you
don't
get-
care.
That's fine. It's fine. You still get the bard song, so it is going to be 16 fire damage as cool little fiery musical notes pop
26
out of the fire.
with the splash, Matthew.
Sorry.
26 with the splash.
Yes. I hadn't gotten to the splash yet, but thank you. Saved me a little math.
No worries. Also, Matt, if you look out your window, you may see the northern lights.
It might be too cloudy, but I'll check.
Also, Will, I just noticed what's on your shirt. Is that spoons?
I don't know. It's just like
Weapons?
I don't know.
Patterns?
It just is a pattern.
Oh,
I just like the
Oh.
pattern.
from far away, I was like,
Those almost look like
What is that?
rocks or something, like carved rocks.
I had no idea. It looks nice.
it's cool. It is nice.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a good deal of damage in there.
One more turn
Probably
if
a
you wanna-
combination of the poison, the cloud kill, the oozes probably smells terrible, but you've smelled worse in the lab, I'm sure. You have an action left. Is
I need
haste.
to replenish, unfortunately.
We'll move on to Igora then, and
I
then
used
on
the
the
nat 20 to avoid the consequences of cloud kill. Thanks, McKenna.
Yeah.
Hey Matt, look at
me
that. The
eating
nat
my
20.
words.
Yummy.
Free action. The elemental Susu Naomi is going to target blue with 1 strike. That was a 35 against blue's off guard sound.
That will hit, but not crit.
That's
Of course,
fine.
can't
That'll
crit.
be 21 bludgeoning damage. And
Hey,
then,
look at that, out of triple digits.
and then does a 37 beat the creature's reflex DC?
Reflex DC. Let me
Yep.
double check. Reflex DC is 41.
So no, it does not.
Yeah.
Oh well. So it doesn't get pulled away. Then I have my 3 actions. Gamma is just going to smack blue 3 times. 38.
Will definitely hit.
Doesn't matter on a natural 20, but it'll hit, and a 32.
32. Those all hit. So
Okay,
total
so
that all up
I
for
will
me,
total
Will.
up for you. That'll be 30, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57 points of sonic damage. Oh, wait, and I'm hasted.
One more.
Natural 20.
For another 26, 27, 28.
26.
It's
yeah,
so annoying that we
28
roll
sonic
all of these
damage.
fucking natural 20s when the crits don't matter.
And
Aren't I a
Avi Avi's
thinker?
turn.
Yes.
Yes,
I'm
you
a
are.
stinky little puddle boy.
You and your okay, don't say it like that.
Somebody-
God,
somebody
wait, too far, too
somebody
far.
clip that so I can put that on Matt's Facebook page.
I'm a
On their
stinky little
birthday.
puddle boy.
Yeah.
You're so
Can't,
rude.
you just can't. You can't
would
do that,
ruin-
Matthew.
You would ruin a man like that?
Will has forgotten to put far worse things that I've said on stream as a clip, so
I know.
He's
True,
just saving
true.
them all for one time.
I'm saving them all for the day of Matt's
You're gonna piss
inevitable
him off one of these
betrayal.
days, Matthew. You're
It's
gonna
gonna
get like
clip
a Google
everything
folder of like 300 clips.
Do y'all think I'm that spiteful? Can I honestly ask you that? Do y'all
it's
think
just
I'm that
funny.
spiteful?
No,
You
Okay.
have told me on
No.
more than one occasion that you constantly plan for people to betray you in some way or other.
Yeah.
So I'm
just
not saying it's
preparedness.
completely out of character, but I was joking. For what it's
speaking of people who
worth.
would never betray Will,
Yeah,
Avi
like,
Avi,
in the
for sure.
sense- In the sense that Batman prepares for the Justice League turning evil, you know what I mean? Like, anyway.
Remember how that
No.
went?
Fairly
Well,
actually, if
he
I recall
prevented them
correctly.
from taking over very well, actually.
No, that is not the point of the Tower of Babel limited series. Where someone got a hold of his plans and turned it against the Justice League, and they lost trust in him.
I
Yes.
mean,
They
I
set the
still
Martin
don't blame
Manhunter
him.
on fire.
I still don't blame him. Sorry.
Martian
Yeah,
Manhunter. Martin
I think
Manhunter.
I'm
Martin
just gonna
Manhunter.
do
Martin Manhunt.
the same shit I did last round.
Yeah.
And they can make me another couple of reflex.
Reflex, sorry. I was thinking about obscure comic books.
Happens to the best of us.
All right.
Marvin Mash Hunter.
Success, but not critical.
Sorry.
So 33 divided by 2 is 32, so 16. Okay, so they each take 16 electric. And that's enough
And
to finish
then-
off blue.
Yay! And then I need to move. I think I will move all the way over here. Will I be able to see? I want to be able to see.
Oh,
the
did
other
Gamma take
guy.
poison?
No, I used the natural 20 that
Oh,
McKenna
yeah.
gave me. Remember, Matthew? Oh, I guess
No.
you made me eat my words, Will and McKenna. Remember that?
No.
Whoa!
That doesn't sound like something I would say.
Roll the clip.
Roll
Roll
the
the
clip.
tape. And then I'm gonna
That
move
is fake
all the
news.
way back there, and hope that that is just enough space between me and Cloudkill.
You know how
That's all I
many
got.
different mats there are going to be at the Pathfinder Society special on Thursday? We're going to have 6 mats.
That's
He's
the thing.
prepared.
What is a group of mats called, chat?
Matthew.
A cacophony.
The cacophony mats?
I mean, a group of
mat
mats is
pat?
probably called a
A
pile.
Matt Pat.
A stack, maybe? A stack of mats?
Matthews. Obviously.
I'm perfectly happy to be referred to as Matt Prime.
American.
Matt Alpha.
You will be
Ooh,
my,
hell
you
no.
are my-
Sure.
Malfa.
Yeah, no, you don't want to be the you don't want people calling you an alpha anymore, Matt.
I'm
Anymore.
just the
better
first.
better than Bomega.
Yeah.
Or just, urban. Just do what they did in my high school.
Sure.
Everyone gets called by their last names.
That's
I'm
his last
tempted-
name, so.
I'm tempted
No,
to create
I said Merbin.
I'm tempted to create a new color of burgundy, like a new shade of burgundy, and I would call it Herbamauve.
So, funny thing about Merben, because my college was
sorry.
incredibly unoriginal for how they assigned like usernames and student name designations. It was first name, first
And
letter,
Merben.
and last name. So I was Merben on so many school
Okay.
documents.
Yep.
Yeah, that's actually just a
sorry.
natural thing. And
Yeah.
like my workplaces,
Well, I
our
don't actually
usernames
mind
are
so much.
always initial name.
And now
Yeah.
you can be Mervin again.
I will ask this with all serious though. Don't use Maddie.
Ooh,
yeah,
No, you're
no.
not. You're not.
Also, I have a very
You're not
specific-
actually.
I have a very specific reason that has nothing to do with the initial reaction. We had a computer lab in my high school that had all these brand spanking new little, brand spanking new Apple things that they came with this very, very, very primitive video editing software that had like a demo clip you could edit. But it was this little clip of these two children chasing a dog around a little kiddie pool, and they were going, "Oh, Maddie!" And because this was a video editing assignment, we had to hear that sound clip over and over and over again.
Yeah, I had a friend named Matthew who I would call Maddie, but that's just because that was like his personality. You don't have a Maddie personality.
Nah, you're
Okay,
not.
you
no,
the
that's my
don't.
cousin. You're not my cousin.
You
Matt's-
have
Yeah.
you have a
Oh my
Mervin
God, you have a
personality.
I have a cousin Maddie, as in Madison.
Oh,
but like,
I have a cousin
wow.
Matt T, who's a Matthew.
Matt's
It
not a little
never
lad who
occurred
likes
to me
berries
that
and
someone
cream.
named Madison would be called Maddie. I've never known someone named Madison, so.
Well, the funny thing is that my cousins are twins, and they're Hunter and Madison, and they're Hunter and Maddie, which is very interesting and very
That sounds like a Disney
engendered
show.
of my.
I mean, it's not like you can
Of
call them
my
Hunt,
aunt and uncle.
Hunty. Hunty
that's-
and Maddie.
That gets weird. Anyway,
No, Hunter is a
Uh-uh,
hunter.
Hunty.
Like,
Avi, you were done with your turn?
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Ophelia, then Endures in Darkness.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was having too much of a good time, so that I.
It's turkey lurkey time.
What
Lock
is
the doors, Hunty.
Don't.
McKenna,
Don't just
1,000
reuse
years,
that ever.
1,000
I'ma
years dungeon and
shoot.
5 hero points on Wednesday.
I'm gonna shoot red. 30. 44.
9 plus Bard song?
That becomes a crit.
Does not. crit.
Doesn't
That
matter.
doesn't matter.
Nothing we
I
do
know, but we like the
matters.
feeling.
15 damage.
Yep.
How long does haste?
Keeps
In 10
aces.
rounds, so we're still good. Yeah.
Again. 30.
again.
16
35.
is still standing.
I guess.
It's a 16, Matt.
That does not
Aw.
hit.
I just can't stand it.
Yeah, you might as well hero point it. We only have 30
Yeah.
minutes left, so
That's my turn. Huh? What?
nothing.
Don't
Huh?
listen to the devil on your shoulder.
What did you say?
If I
Hero
could, like, astral project a devil version of myself onto my friend's shoulders, I'd be like, Matthew, eat that bag of chips.
You mean that bag of chips?
Yeah, eat that bag of chips.
What about
Matt.
that one? I've got 3 tiny bags of chips on my table and 1 bag of like salsa chips.
That's so many bags that are not being eaten right now.
Yeah.
I had a couple already tonight. So
One of them can be eaten.
no. Save those ruffled chips for like a burger or something. Anyway,
Ooh, yum. That's
I'm
my
just
turn.
gonna try and finish this right away. Because there's only
Well, it
Endures,
has
kill
to,
him.
unless it has reach, it has to move, which will trigger AO.
Endures in Darkness. Who may be finishing on? It only has 5 health, so I'm just making sure it fails this reflex save. It succeeds, but not enough to avoid its destruction. But now we enter a weird stage where the hazard is still going because the acid thing is like growing. It's flooding the hallway slowly, and this is a hazard, so it can be disabled. But the cloud kill still is going.
How do we get rid of it? Would we know?
Well,
Well,
first
Charlotte
off,
will figure
it's
that
gonna
out on
get
her
to move
turn.
again. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's rude.
So then we go on to Charlotte, who is going to have to make a save again against the cloud.
Fortitude?
Yes.
Is this auditory or visual?
43.
It's visual in that it is burning your eyes. I'm pretty sure that's a success, so you're going to take half damage. So 14 minus your resistance, which I think is 9, which will become 5. So 5 poison damage. Barely a sniffle. And I'm just going to say, just for the sake of expediency, Charlotte, you think you might be just the right person to potentially disable this thing?
Yeah, I would be.
I'm gonna, in fact, just because I don't want to have to lollygag around this, it's going to take either a master crafter or a legendary someone with survival to disable this.
Well, I am a legendary crafter, so
That's even better. Now, let me read this to you guys. Ask if this makes sense. Crafting or survival to neutralize the acid while within reach of it. 3 successes using either skill destroys the hazard. So I guess you have to do it 3 times.
Yep.
Okay.
And
So you're still hasted technically.
As I've now learned from Society Play, it costs 2 actions to try to disable a hazard.
Does it?
Yes.
So
Alright.
would it have cost me 2?
But nat 20.
I mean, I don't think it would if I get a nat 20 at
Oh, but a nat
53.
20.
Oh my god.
So that counts as 2 successes, I guess.
Yeah.
So roll one more time potentially.
Yay.
I look right at it and I go, oh, it's this bitch. And I just reach in
The
and pull out a little vial and go, and like
you need
use
one
a,
more success.
use a base to begin the components.
Unbelievable.
What is Roll20 smoking tonight?
Apparently a poison cloud, which
Not
that
only
would
do I,
Oh, wow.
not only Matt, I'm just gonna say, not only do I completely negate this, can I have it?
Can you
Can
bottle
I
it?
bottle it and use it later?
no.
Oh,
Aw.
come on.
We'll talk later.
Oh god, how could you?
Wow, this trap had legendary stealth. That's nutty.
I spend 30 minutes and I get us all to max hit points.
Yay.
Thank you.
I was not injured.
I was.
gained 1
I was
hit
at
point.
I was at 100
Quite a
out of
bit,
294. So
All right, I'm gonna take us out of initiative order
But I
here.
will
I was
refocus
50
my
down from my
spells.
max.
well,
I took a lot of very
You did.
nasty hits on that one.
All right, there's still little bits sleeping under this door.
Well. Let's see.
You can open the door.
Anybody else coming along, or is it by myself?
What you got
I
going on over
suppose.
here?
All right.
Ah,
You
I'm
want to
gonna
be the
open
one
the
to open
door.
that?
yeah. I'm gonna open the
Yeah.
door because icky goo is bad goo.
Charlotte's feeling lucky.
All right. So,
Boom.
the room looks like the rest of the simple student rooms in the bar. But I guess I was wrong. There are student rooms here, except for a table in the middle holding various flasks, beakers, and other equipment appropriate for an impromptu alchemy lab. Some components are broken and others have spilled, making a mess that leaks over the desk and bubbles onto the floor. This very obviously seems to be the source of the venom pool.
Yeah.
The half-conscious Ignacia Cantarelles lies across a cot
Aw.
in this room, out of the puddle, but splattered with burn marks across his arms and face.
Oh.
He's
I'm just
always
gonna-
unconscious. This is the same guy that was stung by bees.
He is both badly burned and drained 3.
Oh.
Yeesh.
Ooh.
Also,
All right.
just to let you guys know, in the effort, he cannot be roused until his drain condition is lowered, and if you somehow make it worse, you can kill him.
Ah,
Oh.
got it.
How
Great.
we
hey,
Wonderful.
and
Should we
there's
roll
Papa
to know how to-
Restoration on them.
get rid of the I also
I would say we have to get rid of the spilling ooze first.
I'll
So
let y'all
anybody
clean
got
up.
a mop and broom?
Press
Let me check if
situation.
Endures actually
Animal.
has restoration prepared.
Bucket and a mop.
For this wet ass.
this
ooze.
vap. For this wet ass poison?
Poison?
Ooh.
What ass boobs?
What level is this? Okay, he does have it prepared at 4th level.
Yay.
Well, actually, hold on a sec. Hold on.
I have it prepared.
I
at
haven't.
6th level.
I haven't seen this much of a catastrophic event and
Okay,
since
yeah, so.
since
go
that incident 5 years ago. Wait, no, longer. Time is weird for me.
It is.
Well,
When I
yes.
auto succeed on a DC 30 medicine.
5 years before my bad years. Yes, that's the one.
That 30, you say?
Yeah.
That is a critical failure.
Oh.
You may have just killed him.
Even after the restoration?
I didn't do restoration yet.
That's
I
what I
was
was
looking at
saying.
the spells.
After.
Okay, after. Okay.
I thought you
Look.
just said that Endures had restoration.
I
Restoration.
was checking the levels and everything because it only works on drained when it's heightened, so I had to make sure it was prepared at the right level.
Oh,
Oh.
I have it
Also,
at level
I
I'm sorry
didn't-
if I was going too slow for you, Will.
No,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I also
I
didn't
mean-
get anything. Like, did you roll something, Will?
No.
He was
I
using,
just I have
assurance.
assurance, so it's
Yeah.
I don't have to roll anymore to do medicines.
Oh,
Me and my mustache.
And that was like to not give aid, but yeah. That was like to restore.
So
hit points.
Endures can do a restoration, but I think that only reduces the drained by 1.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's
McKenna
better
wasn't
than
even
by
looking.
none.
can we? I know we
Oh.
want to get him back up,
Oh, I
You
do
wanna
have it
take
and
care
that's
of
prepared.
it.
great.
I do it.
But we got to take care of the
twice.
thing that's causing the problem first.
Well, it seems to be okay for you. You seem
Yeah,
to
we
have
dealt
solved
with the
problem.
hazards, Charlotte.
Yeah, the hazard seems to have been
Oh,
dealt with.
We
okay.
dealt with the hazards, it's just
Quick,
messy.
Lick
It's
up
just
the
gross.
floor.
Endures is going to use restoration at the 4th level twice, so it brings him
Oh.
down to drained 1. He looks like he's close back to consciousness.
Cool.
Ophelia, you said you also have restoration?
Yeah, why?
Can you use it?
Yeah, why?
Cause he's sick?
Isn't that Endur's job?
Well, yeah, but Endures only has it prepared so many
Does it just
times.
get colder in here?
Oh, I make people
Sure.
worse. I can't
She-
help them get
She
better.
just goes over and kind of smacks him on the chest.
There you go.
Okay, yeah.
And then I restore hit points to the DC 30 medicine check.
All right.
As was my initial plan. He'll get 54 hit points back.
Actually, Charlotte was right though. It does look like the chemical reaction here might start up again, so it is going to require another crafting check and 10 minutes to successfully stop this from all happening.
Yep. While they're doing that, 40.
Ooh, that's exactly what you needed.
Great.
And actually, to be fair, you have the formula for an acid bomb, right?
I do. Yeah.
So that actually makes it that you succeeded by 5, because you then lower the DC by 5.
Oh, I know this personally. This is what I do.
If you had failed, you would have done 10d10 acid damage to you.
I like to think that Charlotte just goes, okay, and then starts like cleaning by scooping things into her components. Little vials for components, like do 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 do.
This is mine now.
mine now. Delightful. Free acid. Yay.
Thanks to the restorations and the good healing from Igora, Ignacy is eager to talk about what has led to his experiment going awry. He received a dose of some kind of strange insect venom from Corday and was tasked with separating the powerful acid from the venom. He believes the venom came from some sort of ant, but a very magically and likely monstrous one. Ignacia never had much to do with Corday, but he found the challenge interesting and set to work. He obviously didn't really succeed, but he thinks he could have gotten it right if he wasn't maybe rushing.
Well, why were you rushing? Was it that urgent?
He just seemed a little too eager.
Ah.
He was supposed to go, once he completed the chemical separation, he was supposed to go to the Protea Pavilion on campus with Noxolo and Cesare, who he thinks might still be somewhere here in the building because he's surprised that Cesare didn't come and try and help him.
Oh.
They're exploring experiments somewhere else, possibly. They were using all the best lab space, which is why I was doing it in here.
Where
Um,
were you supposed to meet again after succeeding?
The Protea Pavilion.
Hey, I don't suppose you've seen Ankarut around, have you? We haven't seen her at all since we got back.
No.
Oh.
He also mentions Corday seems to have become kind of paranoid in the last few days about others spying on her research, and mentioned she was going to move to the Protea Pavilion. She was going to move the Protea Pavilion elsewhere.
Oh.
He reaches onto a side table and lifts up a dried Protea flower that he was supposed to bring to the former location of the pavilion. Corday assured him that no one could find it where she was going to move it, but once they were done with their work, they were to burn the flowers, and that would allow them access.
Oh, well,
But
there we
I
go.
think that Corday is maybe like knowingly in league with.
My money's on magically brainwashed.
What? Ignacia
Hard-
goes, what?
Hard to
I
say.
don't mind filling you in, Ignacy. We just got back from Akaton, which is maybe another planet, maybe another plane of existence, where Great Mage Chitembe was being captured by well, I can't really call him an individual, by an entity, I suppose, known as the King of Biting Ants.
You missed a bit.
He just kind of stares at you. He's like, I think I need to go lie down somewhere
You
else.
are lying down.
Not here. This place.
Somewhere else.
This
Anyway.
even with the chemical reaction being stopped, I doubt this room is healthy for anyone in the long term.
Oh,
A question
So,
for you, since
gonna
you're
go-
here and everything. You said that she gave you some kind of specific insectoid venom?
He kind of gestures at the horrible chemical mess that you have neutralized on the floor.
I'll have to run some more tests.
he did
I mean,
specify that
perhaps-
it was ant venom.
Yeah, take it a little. Well, I theorized.
But that's just a theory.
An ant
An
theory.
ant theory.
You are free to feel free to do some experiments. Maybe take it a little slower than I did.
Well, yes.
Well, I am a professional, so yes, I will.
I mean,
Anyway,
That
Ignacy
was,
will remember that.
that was scathing.
look.
I mean, he looks like he's maybe going to say something like speak up in his own defense, but then he looks around the room that he's in and his healed burns, chemical burns and stuff. It's just like, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, we're in a little bit of a different
Go
league,
hang
I'd
out at the
say.
party.
Oh god, that would be nice.
You guys are really being
Look.
mean to Ignacy for like no reason.
Though he takes the chair from the room and kind of hops on the chair past where the acid used to be pooling outside.
Look,
the
you
room.
don't know
Wait,
how
was-
often I butted heads with this department before you came along.
Was Ignacy not like really mean to you, Avi Avi?
Yeah, but that's only because we ruined a project that he was working on. Also, Ignacy wasn't here when you were working here, Charlotte.
No, but
I'm
the
not
department.
saying
The
the
department.
department.
It's
Bureaucracy.
old feuds. It's old feuds.
It's the alchemist feuds. Don't question it.
We flash off to a dusty office somewhere that says like alchemy and magical alchemy department budgeting head, and inside there's just a really mean looking elf with a ledger. Like, no,
Cutting
not approved,
costs
not
every
approved.
time. They cut costs.
You only need half
Sorry,
that many
Charlotte.
beakers.
I
Glassware
just
is
see Charlotte
expensive.
just like
Me, 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 me.
vibrating with like, oh, the amount of times I had to work
Me, 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 me.
paperwork.
But yes,
Anyway.
you guys have saved Ignacy from a experiment they didn't really understand how dangerous it was, and gathered
Wow.
some clues, and most importantly, they gave you the dried flower, which is one of 3 you need to return the Protea Pavilion to possibly this plane of existence.
Oh,
you
a
didn't say
scientist
thank
did
you.
all three
not
people.
understanding.
No, he
how
very much
dangerous
did
the
say
work
thank
they
you
were
and
doing.
tried to
Oh,
shake all
okay,
your
great.
hands. Very
I was
grateful.
about to be like, yeah, no, not accepting that, but thanks.
Until I specifically say otherwise, like they leave without saying thank you.
The
Assume
second
they said thank you.
he's out of the
Rude.
room, Avi goes to Ophelia and is like,
Yeah, what is your beef with Ignacy? Do you guys have history or something?
No, which is why I don't care.
I mean, I
We're in
guess, but,
apathetic Ophelia mode today, I see.
but
I will
What's that
adjust.
supposed to mean?
Well, have you not noticed that Ophelia's like personality has been shifting between like 3 separate poles over the last few weeks, or is that just me?
Pools. No. I don't know how to swim, so that's not.
Is that just me? That's just me. Okay, cool.
Inders looks
No.
very uncomfortable.
No, there's certain qualities of her. I
But
just
it's-
assumed
it's-
she
it's
was
been
going
like
through
a-
mood swings.
It's been like a cycle.
Igor,
like
it's not
that.
nice to talk about a woman's
Not like
cycle."
that.
Yeah, we could literally talk about anything else.
Uh,
And we're gonna clip that? Hmm?
Speaking of, I'm gonna go
Yes,
to
we
the
can.
across the way to
Oh,
the other
so
room.
funny.
This
Right.
room appears to be locked with plot.
It's definitely not like we need a flower
There's
first
nothing-
Sanctuary
What?
and
There's
Solo
nothing
or
in that
anything
room.
like that.
It doesn't even have a number.
I I feel like we're in a video game where it goes jammed.
Your hand just goes through the
Jammed.
door handle.
You hear on the other side, no, I don't want to open the door. There's no dread wolf in here. There's not.
Or there's a glowing message
I-
on the ground. Oh, you
What
don't
is
have the
it?
right. You don't have the right.
Look, I just watched somebody play a video game where and here's the thing, as I love watching indie video games. Off topic a little bit. I
That's
love
fine.
watching indie video games.
We're vamping at this
But
point.
one of
anyway.
these guys, basically, he was playing this game and he was like, I'm wondering what exactly this situation is. And he gets like this little piece of note and it gives relevant data. But he's like, I'm going to look up some more data. Heads into an area where he can get more data. And then all of a sudden, he gets onto a computer and clicks open one thing. And then clicks open because there's all these different icons on a desktop computer, right?
Mhm.
Every time he clicks on one of an icon that has nothing, it says, this program is no longer working. And underneath it, it says the developer just got lazy and didn't really want to do this. I was
Honestly,
like,
Mood.
I
honestly.
love that. I like that.
All right, Avi, do you wish to
What are
open
we
the
seeing
big
down
set
these
of double doors?
hallways?
The hallways look deserted. This door, there's a like a label next to it. Sometimes classrooms have labels and the like. This one
Yeah.
is large practical experimentation room.
Okay.
Gamma can't fit
Promising.
through these hallways.
You do-
So
As your hand just cut near the door, the little furs on your arm kind of just raise up a little. There's like a charge in the air.
no. Should we ground this? Should we ground it
with
Uh,
what?
with
Where's
an ele- I
Gamma?
can summon. Gamma can't fit in the 5-foot hallways anymore. His butt is too big.
Hmm.
Good
It's
for
not just
him.
his butt,
Honestly.
all of it's big.
Yeah. Gamma is such a big boy he can't fit in the 5-foot hallways anymore.
Yeah, he's
But-
working out.
If you want, I could call
All
Choco
muscle.
and we could have Choco run into that room and take the shock for us.
Where is
Oh.
Choco?
Thousands
bit.
of miles away.
What's down this way?
Pardon?
What's down this way?
Down that way, there appears to be another room.
Can I make a
Did you
perception
start down there?
check on the doormat? See if like
What kind of check? What are you looking for?
perception, just checking for traps.
Sure. Give me a perception check.
What do I
34.
hear with my keen
Um,
elf ears?
You are pretty
You know
sure.
what? I'll hero point it, Matt.
Okay.
37.
You're pretty sure this door is not trapped or magically warded.
Mhm.
Though, just looking at it, you do know one thing that's kind of more mundane than you expected. The door is slightly bowed towards you, like there's maybe a bit of a weight on the other side pushing out.
Oh, I don't like that. That's indicative of something bad.
Hey, Charlotte, Avi, Ophelia, and Durs, everyone get out of the hallways and like go around a corner.
I mean, we are around.
No,
a
like
corner.
go like even more around a corner, like
Like over here?
Yeah.
I
But
wanna
then
be
if
able
something
to see
happens,
what's
we won't be
going
able to.
on, though.
Yeah.
I know. You'll be able to see in a minute. I'm going to open this door, and when I open it, if there is, say, like a backdraft of magical explosion, this way I'm the only one who gets hit by it.
Well, why
And
don't we
yours
all
is
go
gonna
around a
step.
corner and I'll just use Mage Hand?
That's a thought.
That's thinking with your brain, Avi.
Ted-
Good job.
Teddy likes it.
Here,
He's like,
come here.
"Yeah."
I'll just make sure that I'm in visual range, and Igor, you go around the corner.
Igor slumps.
Do you try to use Mage Hand to open the door?
I sure do.
One thing, you discover two things quite quickly. One, it's a push door.
Huh.
And two, it does not. Something like you push, and because Mage Hand can only do like 5 pounds of weight or something.
Well, I think
Oh.
at 9th level I can do more. Oh, well, 2 bulk or less, so I can do more than 5 pounds,
I'll
but not
say
that
this.
much more.
You get the impression it will take a DC 36 athletics check to force this door open. Something has
Oh.
barricaded the door from the inside.
God, we're
Alright,
doomed.
never
We're
mind,
stopping
we
the
need
plot. We'll
brute
never get in
strength.
here.
And
None of us have
Mama.
that.
2 people in the
Mama
party can
does.
turn into dragons.
calls. Agama
Yeah.
doesn't.
Yeah,
Choco
but that's
does.
a waste.
Whistle. Choco.
Hear this
Oh.
thump, 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 thump.
Choco.
I don't like this.
36, you said?
36 athletics.
Cool.
To be fair, you could probably just keep doing it
No.
until you succeed.
That's true.
1. 37.
37.
Yeah.
All right, you open up and there's some block text.
Hmm.
The door opens into a room buffeted by cold winds and jagged purple lightning. Most of the furniture has been destroyed or scattered. Arcs of energy radiate from a large mystical symbol in the middle of the room to the room's 4 corners. In each, a rift opens into utter darkness spotted with strange stars. Everyone give me a perception check or an arcana check.
Ooh. An Arcana check, you say? 48.
Ooh.
45.
You know what? I'm just going to give this to all of you, but Avi could probably explain it in a more technical sense, but
Yay.
would arrive at the same conclusion. So, the portals. Hold, did I not delete the?
Yeah, you
Oh.
didn't.
Choco doesn't have a viewpoint. He can't produce light into the room.
Oh.
The portals in this room almost seem kind of familiar.
Ah, nuts.
But
Oh.
I'm also going to say in the middle of the room, kind of struggling against this all, is Noxolo. In the middle of the circle, struggling to keep the rifts from opening further. Her clothes and her skin seem strangely brittle, as though her life energy has been drained away. "Help!" she shouts. I can't keep this up. As she speaks, 4 purple orbs emerge from the rifts and creep towards her, pulling themselves along the floor with tendril-like arms emerging from the flickering outlines.
Wait, I know this
Um,
Final Fantasy mechanic. We each have to bite an orb.
We can try biting that orb next week. I would love to see you try biting the orb.
Can we ponder the
Fighting
orb?
and more clicking and grabbing, actually.
Or else getting
I'll be
in the way
interested
of
to see
it.
you guys how you handle these orbs, because this is kind of a mechanics challenge, not a
Alright.
combat one.
Well, join us next time for that. But thank you all so much for coming to tonight's episode of Strength 1000 story about the time lost due to technical issues this evening. Hopefully it'll get fixed. But check out our many other shows here on the channel. Tomorrow night, Will and Matt, Final Fantasy 14. Me and Matt playing an MMO together. I've wanted to do this for so long.
I mean, we did play Dragon Rider or whatever for a little while.
Yeah, we did 2 dungeons together. This one we can do a little bit more, because at some point, Matthew, I'm going to take you and TJ into a thing called the Tower of the Dead, which is
Palace of the Dead.
Palace of
my
the
dude.
Dead, which is
Palace of the Dead.
which
my
is
dude.
a
Sure.
roguelike experience in 14.
Well, do you recall how I didn't like that in Shadowlands?
Yes, but this is better than Torghast.
It better be.
It's way better than Torghast. I will
Also, I'm
tell
not
you.
playing a healer.
I will tell you it's better than Torghast. But Thank you all so much for checking us out. Check out our next Pathfinder 2e stream Wednesday, Wild Ambition. Then we have Spell Jamming Spectacularness on Friday with the Astral Calling. Thank you all so much for coming, and we'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye now.